Hey everybody, it's your girl Evie from Because Evie Said So. Today we're going to be making hobos. I know you're like, what is a hobo? Well, a hobo is like potatoes, meat, onions, and some type of vegetable all comprised together and put into aluminum foil, folded up like it looks like a sub sandwich, except it's all in aluminum foil, and usually people put it over the campfire. But we're not going to be putting it over the campfire today. We're going to be putting it in the oven. So this is about how to make campfire hobos at home. I want you guys to tune in and see what's about to happen, because I'm guaranteeing it's going to be good. All right, let's get right into it. It's your girl from Because Evie Said So. This is Evie. I wanted to share a recipe with you guys today. I know I talked about it a little bit earlier, but now I want to show you just what we're going to do. So we're going to get started. Okay, we have some garlic powder. We have some paprika. We have some salt. And we've got some pepper. So we're going to start with that. These are our spices. So let's set them to the side. We're also going to be using a whole onion. And we're also going to be using some good old-fashioned russet potatoes. We'll use about maybe 10 of these. And we're going to be using some kielbasa. We got 2 packages of these. We're going to be using some aluminum foil to put them into packets, and I'll show you how that works a little bit later. But let's get started. We call these hobos because when you go camping, you don't always have all of the things that you need, so the packets go great on the campfire, or they can go great in the oven. And this is a recipe that you and your children can do quite fast, and it'll be so good. We start by peeling the potatoes, and I know most all of you know how to peel a potato. I use a knife. Some people use a potato peeler. I just feel like it goes faster if I'm using a knife. So I can really get it done, and it doesn't take me long at all. But of course, I've been peeling potatoes my whole life. So there we go. See, that didn't take long at all. And like I said, we're going to use about maybe 10 of these. Now that we've got done peeling the potatoes, don't throw these away. These can make some really yummy snacks. All you gotta do is put some seasoning salt, some salt and pepper on these, and you can fry these, or you can put them in the air fryer. If you have an air fryer, you can use these. So don't throw them away. They're good. You want to make them in bite-sized pieces. I don't know if you understood my thumbs up earlier. I like to make them in bite-sized pieces because, like I said, we're going to be putting these in foil. So you want, each little bite you have to have some bite-sized pieces. So we want to have bite-sized pieces like this. I'll be back. So now, as you can see, we have cut up the majority of all these potatoes. Like I said, we're gonna use about 10, and I think I used like 8 good sized potatoes. So this is what's gonna go in the packet. And I know you're like, man, that's a lot of potatoes. If you have a family, maybe smaller family, you can use, 2 potatoes. If you're doing it for yourself, 1 potato. And another, use the other half for yourself. Anyway, this is what I do for my family, because I know once this gets done, they're gonna eat it, okay? And they're gonna eat it and it's gonna be gone. So I'll be right back. As I stated before, we're gonna be using an onion. I love onions. They give such good flavor, and I love white onions in particular. I would suggest a white onion or a yellow onion. I don't know about purple onions, but I would definitely suggest a white or a yellow onion. The yellow onion would be a little bit sweeter. The white onion is fine too. You want to use shallots, green onions, whatever you want to use. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, it's your hobo, and you're gonna make the way you want. But for us, I'm gonna use some white onions. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut up. Okay, in the end, I ended up using 1.5 white onions. And like I said, you might think this is a whole lot of onions, but it's really not. They're gonna swelter down and be so good and so sweet. But if you think this is too much onions for you, like I said, just cut the recipe in half. Instead of 1.5 onions, use 1 onion, or use a half an onion. And if you don't like onions altogether, you can take it out. Like I said before, we're going to be using this poker kielbasa. You can use beef sausage, whatever you want, but this is what we're using today. Once it comes out of the package, it looks like this. And we're going to be cutting it into bite-sized pieces. Yep, just like this, bite-sized pieces. You can even cut these in half if they're too big for your kids. Sometimes I used to do that for mine. I'd slice them in half because they were just a little bit too big. So, and I still do, as you can tell. I still slice them in half. They're not too big for them. I guess it's just habit. So now you see I have cut up all of the kielbasa. This is 2 packages. Sometimes we use 3, depending on, how much we want or how many people are eating at the time. But to serve 3 people, I think this is enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started to compile all of this together. Be right back. I've already opened them, but I added some sweet potatoes in with this, and I know you're like, but you already had potatoes. But between the potatoes and the sweet potatoes, it's going to be a little bit sweeter. You don't have to add sweet potatoes, but I added them for the sweetness and also for the color. This is the way I used to disguise things to get my children to eat vegetables. So I would put it in these little packets, and because it was so delicious anyway, they never took these things out. They never took the sweet potatoes out. Sometimes I put green beans, which we're going to be doing today. But this is a good way to sneak in vegetables for your kids when they don't like them. Just cut them in bite-sized chunks, or even smaller than that. They won't even notice. I am very frugal, so we got some green beans in the can that we washed off, because I like to wash all that salt and preservatives and everything off, and we put them in a bowl here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those to the packets as well. See what I'm talking about? Adding vegetables. Okay, I have 2 pieces of oil here, 1 and 2, because the packets are going to be a little bit heavy, so you want to kind of double it, but kind of turn them this way, crisscross almost, because once you start putting stuff in, it's going to be kind of heavy. So grab a handful of your sausage and your potatoes, your sweet potatoes and your onions, and you start adding those to the packet. See that? Start adding those to the packet. Once you have a packet the size that you want, I usually shape it a little bit like a meatloaf. Doesn't matter. It's your, yours. I Like they say, it's your business, like Tabitha Brown. I love Tabitha, by the way. What's up, Tabitha? I'm gonna add a little bit more to the packet. So, you know, we have some meat, we got some potatoes, we got some sweet potatoes, we got some onions. And like I said, we're gonna add some green beans on the top. They're gonna cook down, they won't even notice. Then what I do is I take a little pat of butter. This is margarine, by the way, margarine. And I take a little pat and I put it on top. Then I add my spices. We add a little bit of pepper. We add a little bit of garlic powder. A little bit, a lot of it, whatever you want. We add some paprika for some color. And then we add a little bit of salt. Now the green beans are already salted in the can, so you don't want to add a lot of salt unless you like a lot of salt. So then I take the packet and I start folding it over on the first one. And I start sealing it best I can. And then I take it and I start rolling it up. And there you go. You got a packet. You're gonna put this in the oven. You're gonna cook this for about, because this stuff is pretty much already cooked, the potatoes are the only thing that really need to cook. I usually put this in the oven for like 45 minutes, maybe on like 325 or 300 if you're not sure. So in the oven, 30 to 45 minutes on 325. And I'm telling you what, these are a hit. These are individual. They can eat as much as they want or eat as little as they want. I'm gonna make some more packets. I'll be right back. So as you can see, I made 9 packets. This was a little bit open, so I'm gonna close it up real good. So this made 9 packets. And these are the hobos that I was telling you about. So you just put them in your roasting pan. And then you put them in the oven, like I said, 325. About 30 to 45 minutes. This is what they look like when they're all wrapped up. They're double wrapped in aluminum foil so you can keep the juices in here and the butter and all the stuff that's supposed to be steamed in there together. So it steams. Everything in this packet is it's not fattening except for the butter, maybe, well, the margarine. But other than that, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let that cook for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'll be back with the finished product. Okay? I want you guys to see it. Wish you could taste it. Hey guys, I told you earlier that you were gonna see me making a hobo today. Now I do have the finished product in front of me, and you know what? It's gonna be amazingly good. As you can see, the steam that's coming off of this and all that goodness that we put together earlier, I put in this. If you haven't noticed, I got my St. Patrick's Day thing on today. So let me just wrap it up with you guys and let you know that I love you. I'm about to taste it so you guys will know how good it is. But it is hot. Glowing. Oh, my mouth be on fire now. That's all it already hurts. Yes. It's so tender. The potatoes are so soft. The meat is so soft. Like I told you, the sweet potato that's in there just makes it better. This is good. Yep. Got a sweet taste. Hot. Well, you saw the finished product. I want you guys to like, to comment, and to share this video. Please go ahead and smash that like button. Turn on your notifications so you'll know when your girl's coming back to you again. I love each and every one of you. You're the best part of me and